freezing Social Security raises is their new plan. But why would they want to do such a thing? That's a really good question and exactly what I'm going to answer for you here in the video, as well as what is this plan to freeze Social Security benefits? Again, really good questions and certainly deserve some clarification. Let's get into it and talk through the details. First off, can I ask a huge favor of you? If you've not done so yet, please make sure to like the video with the big thumbs up button down below. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thanks so much for being here. Also, if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe to the channel as well with the big subscribe button down below. Thank you so much. Really, really appreciate your support. Thanks so much for watching, and let's talk through the details. All right, so have you heard of freezing Social Security benefits and raises before? Yeah, exactly. Well, let me share with you the details behind this and the plan that they have up their sleeve right now, as well as the likelihood of something like this actually happening, which I don't know. Again, I'm a little bit skeptical about this, but at the same time, a little bit nervous at the same time, because why would they do this when they're trying to basically pick up pennies? They're stepping over dollars and picking up pennies is literally what's going on here. But at the end of the day, yeah, it may actually save a little bit of money, but at the end of the day, it would also hurt the beneficiary, which that's not okay, right? I think a lot of us don't agree with that. But anyway, I will share with you the details of, again, what they want to do here. Now, when I say freezing Social Security raises and benefits and things like this, let me explain exactly kind of the plan that is out there, or that is actually being discussed, I should say, that is being brought up, okay? Now, what do we get each year, or I shouldn't say each year, but most years? There are some years that we get nothing, but what do we get most years? We get a COLA raise, a cost of living adjustment raise, which, again, a lot of varying opinions about these. I think we all recognize, that these benefit raises don't nearly keep up with the real cost of living, but at the end of the day, it's something to placate us a little bit and make us feel good about ourselves for like 3 seconds until we realize, oh, they stiffed us again. Yeah, okay, now we get it. We know how the game is played, right? But anyway, so here's what's going on. We have this insolvency issue, right? Okay, we've talked about it so many times before in other videos. The Social Security insolvency issue. In other words, the trust fund is depleting, right? There's more money going out of the trust fund every single month and year going forward, and therefore the trust fund is slowly depleting. There's still trillions of dollars within the trust fund, but at the pace that we're going right now, it's likely going to be depleted somewhere between the years of 2033 and 2035, depends on how you look at it. I've discussed the details there before. If they combine them or if they don't, it kind of gives us different insolvency dates, but they're coming up with all these different plans. Okay, what can we do to make sure that Social Security remains solvent? We have a million plans out there. You've heard me talk about tons of them before in other videos, as far as raising taxes, cutting the COLA, seriously, shaving down benefits, not offering benefits to high-income people. There's tons of different proposals. I mean, I could go on and on. I have videos about all of them in other videos here on the channel talking about all these. But anyway, so here's the other plan that's out there, and what they're discussing is that each year we get the COLA, okay? The COLA, believe it or not, even though it is teeny tiny, it only translates into, $20, $30, $40, $50 per individual per month, something like that. But guess what that translates into across 70 plus million beneficiaries every single month and every single year? I'll tell you this much, billions of dollars. I know, it would seem like $20 for John, $13 for, Mike, $22 for Mary, $38 for Cindy, whatever. You get my point here, right? It seems like a little bit of extra dollars on a monthly basis would no way translate into billions of dollars, but it does. Billions and billions and billions of dollars every single year that go out additionally from Social Security because of the COLA. And remember, that compounds every single year. It compounds because the raise does not just get added and then get taken away each year. It stays on the benefit, right? So each year, let's just say we get a 2% and then a 2% and then a 4% and then a 2%, right? All of those raises are compounding. So $1,000 plus 2%, $1,020 plus another 2%, it just keeps compounding year after year. So it technically gets a little bit bigger each year. So over time, it continues to cost more and more because all of these raises are compounding. Does that kind of make sense, right? And as we continue to get more and more beneficiaries, which is 11,000 people are becoming eligible for Social Security every single day between now and the end of 2027, there's a 3-year span of time where basically 11,000 people a day are becoming eligible for Social Security. So a lot more people are drawing on benefits right now, and that's really cool. That's really nice, right? So as a result of that, we're seeing this issue where a lot of people are starting to worry, like, hey, we got this insolvency thing coming in. We need to figure out what's going on. So they have this brainiac idea that says, why don't we just freeze the COLA? If we freeze the COLA and no longer give out COLA raises to beneficiaries, that would save billions of dollars a year. Okay, the answer to that is yes, that's actually true. That would save billions of dollars a year for Social Security, and it would keep it in the trust fund because those raises would not keep going out to beneficiaries. And then guess what? The following year, we would save those initial billions of dollars plus probably a couple more billions of dollars because of the COLA raise for that year, again, compounded over long periods of time. It actually saves a significant amount of money. You know, on a 1 year basis, it might be like, I don't know, a few $billion. It might not be that much money on a 1 year basis. But when we look at a 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, 12 years, 20 years, something like that, now we're looking like, hey, we've saved a lot of money. You know, well over $100 billion over the course of many, many years, because if coal is not going out anymore, it's not compounded. You're right. That actually does save a lot of money. But is this really the strategy? Is it really the strategy to take a few dollars from grandma every month to keep the Social Security trust fund solvent? I don't know. My opinion on that is, sorry guys, bad plan. Let's keep grandma and grandpa with their money here. Let's not take money from them. Why would we do such a thing? Or are we going to feel good about ourselves? Like, hey, let's stiff the disabled person so we can save a couple dollars in the Social Security trust fund. I don't know about that. I feel like that's morally very unethical, right? Doesn't make sense to me. And I feel like something morally is very, very wrong about that, right? That's just my opinion about it. Who knows? Maybe I'm totally wrong about that. But this is what they're discussing. Now, what is the likelihood of something like this happening? I don't know. I have no clue. I don't know if they would actually do something like this or not. I would say it's another one of these plans that's out there that goes into the junk pile, as in, hey, interesting idea. Thanks for bringing it up. It was fun to talk about for a minute or two, and then we'll just throw this one right over here into the junk pile and pretend like it never happened, right? There's a lot of those that are out there. I would say most pieces of legislation that are out there and most ideas and plans to reform Social Security or to change the program go right into that junk pile. This would help. It would certainly help the trust fund, but it would not be the strategy to avoid insolvency. There's just no possible way. To avoid insolvency, they need way, way, way more money than what the COLA, cutting the COLA would produce. I mean, that's just like, that's drops in the bucket compared to how much money they would actually need to actually save the program from an insolvency type of issue. But yeah, you're right. It actually would help a little bit, but it would not be a cure-all at all. Now, there's another iteration to this as well. I'll explain this really quickly. This probably wouldn't impact anybody here in the community, but I'll just throw it out there anyway. There's also been talk about completely cutting the COLA for just high-income people. So there's kind of two different iterations about this. One iteration says, hey, let's cut the COLA for everybody. And the other iteration says, let's just cut the COLA for high-income people. Now, this one, I probably say, yeah, you could probably get away with this, and it probably wouldn't be that big of a deal. What would the cutoff threshold be for the income to determine where those people get cut off? I don't know. There's been a couple different ideas thrown around out there, kind of around the $3,000 range or higher would no longer get the annual COLA. Well, do these people rely on their monthly check? Probably, but do they rely on as much as the person getting, say, $900 or $1,000 or $1,200 or $1,500? Probably not as much, right? But as a result, they've said, hey, why don't we just cut the COLA for higher income people? I don't know. Again, it might be fine. That'd be totally fine. I mean, it might be totally good. It would save a little bit of money, but more like, is that really okay? Is it really going to save enough money to make a difference? Or is it just going to really irritate people? I don't know. You got to kind of weigh the differences here, right? Is it really going to save so much money that it's worth basically having, I don't know, a few tens of millions of people just completely, mad and just like irritated and basically saying, hey, that was wrong of you to just do that to us, right? I don't know. That's for them to decide. But anyway, this is what they're talking about. So if you see this out there, the whole freezing of the raise and stuff like this is what it's referring to. So I don't know. I have mixed feelings about it. I don't think it's a good idea. I don't think it's a good strategy. But at the same time, the COLA is one of these things. It's a love-hate relationship. We love it because it gives us a little raise, but we hate it because it's never enough. We hate it because it's just never enough. Every single year, we feel like they schnookered us. Every single time, it's like, man, they got us again. They pulled a fast one on us, and here we go again. right? Just gets kind of old after time. But anyway, hope that helps you. But again, I'll keep you posted any further information on any of this stuff that's going on. A lot of things are changing right now. Busy time out there. So please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Totally free to do so. Like the video. Again, thumbs up button down below. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. Otherwise, check out the other videos here on the channel, the thousands in the video library, the ones I've hand selected for you. Some great popular videos down there in the description or the top of the comment section that I've put down there for you. Otherwise, right now showing up on your screen as well. You'll see some videos there. Check out those. And until next time, have a nice day. Take care. Have a good one. And I'll catch you again later.